How many of us have searched far and wide for answers from well-educated experts only to find the answers are in our own backyard with our own family? This happened to me with Chipman. I entered Chipman's life when he was 50 years young. I have an image of him cuddling me and carrying me about with immense pride, just as he did with all my cousins. Throughout my life, I've been was blessed with his example and wisdom. And I didn't really think about how much it affected me until I started to turn 40 and he was in his 89th year. And what did I realize? Amongst many things, he taught me to value humor, persistence, family, and setting goals. He taught me the importance of laughter and development of a sense of humor. From the time I was small, I can remember Chipman cracking these corny jokes, smiling, laughing with me and the other children. He would love coming out with puns and seeing how humor could change a negative situation positive by gently teasing and flirting with the person upset. When I was younger, I would groan at some of his jokes and shake my head. It's ironic how Chipman, better known as Frank, was so frank in his sense of humor. Persistence could be Chipman's second name. I don't think I ever met a more determined, persistent person. The son of 2 Polish immigrants and the second eldest in a family of 10, Chipman was required to help out with the family. Throughout his life, he focused on various tasks, no matter how difficult, such as building the interior of my parents' cottage at 69 years of age, fixing any appliance that happened to break down, making every wedding cake within the extended family, and the list goes on. Up until he was 80, he would go on his roof to fix the antenna, and now he was determined to drive a car at 89, trotting down to the local license bureau for his driver's test. He was also committed to living at home with his wife, who had Alzheimer's, while he himself fought cancer and kidney failure. A few years ago, he was caught telling his younger 69-year-old nephew, "Now, Jack, when I wake up every day, I say to myself, I'm going to make it through the day. You do the same thing. Don't give up. You wake up every day and say, I'm going to be okay. I know I'm sick, but it's not going to let me down." I can remember a time last year when Chipman came to visit. Well, it wasn't last year, a few years ago. He was recovering from being hospitalized for kidney failure. He was weak and required the use of a cane, and one of us helping him. I decided he had to see Two's Falls before he left. He was game. He drove to the falls and parked. Slowly he walked arm in arm with me. He slowly made our way. It was not easy. I listened to his deep breathing, regularly stopped, and he regained his strength. He made it to the first lookout. He stood in awe and wonder of the sight. I was a bit worried about walking back to the van. I asked him repeatedly if he was okay, and he responded, "Yep, I'm okay, Catherine." The walk back was slow, and I know he was having difficulties. Several times I could feel him lose his footing, balance. His breathing was labored. He finally arrived at the van, and I could see relief on his face. This quickly changed to a big smile and a statement, "That was nice." I knew he felt a real sense of accomplishment. That difficult walk brought energy and strength to Chipman. Family was always of utmost importance to Chipman. He always tried to support his brothers and sisters, and family celebrations, Christmas, Easter, birthdays, weddings, and Sunday dinners marked a time when he tried to bring everyone together and celebrate tradition. Given that he was a retired pastry chef, special occasions were marked with elaborate cakes, chocolate eggs, puff pastry swans, babka pies, and for the regular Sunday morning, donuts. All of these hours of baking were done to tribute his family and to serve as a take-home gift. He constantly communicated with everyone, whether it be by phone or visit, and given his sense of humor, the interaction was light, positive, and overall non-confrontational. Does it sound like it was the Brady Bunch to the cynical? Well, I suppose at times, maybe. But what is wrong with coming together as a family and laughing? I think he knew that far too often families ended up coming together in confrontation. Setting goals was a daily happening for him. I have watched how over the years he had a plan for every single day. He didn't write it down, but mentally, while he had his coffee, toast, and a bowl of cornflakes, you could see the wheels turning. He would discuss the day and what he wanted to accomplish. As he got older, this goal setting did not stop. Illness and physical limitations didn't stop him from baking several hours, making birdhouses, gardening, or waxing his car, and the list goes on. We rarely heard him say, "Oh, I can't do this, I'm too tired." He pushed himself to the maximum. He had incredible levels of stamina. This can be best illustrated by the fact that he was given a 3-year diagnosis in fighting his stage D level of prostate cancer, and he defied that diagnosis and time limit by 3 years. He bounced back, and he was determined to live as long as possible. He was very concerned about leaving those who were close with him a part of him, a gift. He wasn't your millionaire who would leave a huge estate, a celebrity who would leave a legacy of renowned work. He was a simple yet profound, regular kind of guy. He was a man who greatly touched his family, and he knew what many of the rich and famous wished that they could have done for families. He left us with a roadmap to cope for life. Jaju, Chipman, I salute you. Years after your passing, thanks for giving all of us the most precious gift of all. By your example, you taught us how to laugh, persist, value family, and set goals. By the way, why was he called Chipman? Had a picture of him with a big bag of chips. Can't find it, unfortunately. He loved his chips.